All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third episode 3 of the Alan Lee Swami Wins Prediction Show. I have your esteemed guest Alan Lee here. Alan, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling comfortable. Yes, you guys are
Yeah,
not
you're
wasting
well,
time.
you're winning.
Yes,
So
I got a
that
winning percentage of, you said, what,
no 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 no
58%,
no. I'm
Kevin?
talking about just in your league. You're winning.
Oh, yeah.
So as always, we will review what happened last week, and then we'll go briefly through Alan's picks, lock of the week and upset of the week, and then we'll talk a little bit about waiver wire and get some of Alan's thoughts on the waivers, and then we'll go to this week's show, all under 10 minutes. All right, Alan. So last week, actually, you went 4-2.
All right, not bad.
So do you want to talk about which one was your lock of the week again?
Lock of the week, I think, was Jack versus George. Oh, no,
Oh,
actually,
no,
no, it was,
Danny versus George.
no, lock of the week. Which one was it?
I think it was Danny.
Oh, okay, yeah. Danny. Oh, yeah. Food versus Eric was the upset of the week, and George versus Danny was the game of the week.
Okay,
Lock of the week.
well, at least you got both of them right. So now you're up to 58%,
Yeah, that's
which
right.
is actually quite significant, a little bit more than a coin flip.
Wow. Yeah, like I was nervous because I know like Stefan Diggs was like getting crazy. So
Yeah,
George almost beat Danny.
I think they got too crazy too fast, and then it set
Yes.
everybody else down. So I would say Danny got lucky at the end, but
Mhm.
you know
But that's
that's
pretty
how.
good, right? The upset of the week, Apocalypse versus Food Warriors. Apocalypse was projected to win, and look at how the upset goes. 140
Yeah,
versus 96.
Food's got a great team. So
Yes.
it's hard to say. All right, and then let's talk about waivers. So anything in particular that strikes you here?
We should talk about Jeff Wilson and Ronnie.
All right, go ahead.
So Ronnie dropped it like last week, right? And Eric stole it for $1, and this time Eric dropped it, and Ronnie stole it back for $7. Yeah, so it's pretty funny. So with Jeff Wilson, Ronnie's pretty good, in pretty good shape.
Well,
And then we should also
Ronnie.
talk about $45 like Kevin spent on a particular rookie receiver.
Yeah,
Why
I
did you
think.
do that, Kevin?
Well, I didn't know how much people were going to spend, and are there really going to be marquee wide receivers the rest of the season? I don't think so.
But it's the Jets, so we'll see. And they have
Well,
more.
Flacco is throwing 60 times a game.
But Flacco's going to be benched in 2 weeks.
That's true.
So
But then, but again, so if the rest of the season there are no wide receivers, then what are you going to
we'll
spend
see.
your money
That's
on?
true.
Chuba
We'll
Hubbard?
see.
You're going to spend on James Stark?
You got a good point there. Yeah, you got to swing for the
it's
fences.
actually pretty clever of Ronnie to pick up Jeff Wilson.
Yeah, that's
49ers running back.
yes, he's going to be set for like another 5-6 weeks.
I also think it's interesting that a week after George picks up Burkhead, he drops him.
He picked up my title locket.
So, all right. So
all right.
I think let's keep going now. We're going to go
going.
rapid fire, and then I'll show you the benches so you can take a look to see whether or not that works for you. Okay. So let's keep going. All right. So let's go to the league overview. Okay. So let's go to this week, and as always, we'll go from bottom to top. So game number 1 is.
Oh, I remember I was looking at it. This has to be the lock of the week, and you can bet that Star Guy's going to win. I mean, look at it. Mike Williams, Mike Thomas, Amari Cooper. One thing they have in common is they all scored 20 points last week. That's 60 points right there, plus Mahomes.
So they're going to score 20 points again?
Well, I mean, we're going to be pretty close to it, right? Standard deviation. But look at the other side. Corey Davis and Tyler Lockett, they're like wide receiver 3, and Tyler Lockett just picked up from free agent. And then you have like Michael Carter, who's not even a starter, right? Like the real starter is like Brees Hall over there.
Oh, I think Michael Carter does start actually.
But Brees Hall, like everyone knows, like
but you're forgetting last
just
week's
keeping
hero,
the receipt warm.
You're forgetting Stefan Diggs.
Yeah, but there's a thing called regression, Kevin. It's not going to happen again, right? There's no way.
People Mike Williams will score 20 again, but it won't happen.
I mean, the major thing is like I'm looking at Mahomes versus Carr. Like, come on, who's going to have better outing?
I don't know, but all right. So who are you calling?
Yeah, I'm calling Stock God, man. I mean, Jack, he's gonna get his like first win of the season.
Okay,
Finally.
all right, that's fair. But the next game, we're gonna do the Crusher and Food. Oh, this one is a
This is
fight between the first and the fifth place team.
yeah, this is a dandy. Like I really like this game. I'm gonna call this upset of the week because I'm it's only 1 point away, but still, hey, Yahoo projection. Yeah, Ronnie I think is gonna win because Damian Paris, like the coach, he's the only like person to touch the ball for Houston last week. So pretty much he has a job, right? And then on the other side, you have James Conner, who's not even going to start probably, and
He's
Daryl
not?
Henderson. Yeah, he's hurt and
Ah,
he hasn't practiced for a week. So we'll see. But then, if James Conner is not going to play, so who does Food have? Food's bench is really weak, right? He's going to plug in Chris Edmonds, right? So, right, and that's just not pretty. Justin Hurts, I know is great. Cooper Cup, I know is awesome, but those are the two things I worry about. But on the other side, Crusher has like Chase, Hill. You know what Hill just did, right? It's like 40 point with like crazy efficiency with the quarterback in Miami. What is his name? I forgot. Tua, right? Yeah.
no.
And then yeah, it's just and I mean I'm not gonna go against the Asian kicker, right? Cool. So I'm gonna give like Crusher the benefit of the doubt. He's gonna
But he is not
upset
playing.
Food
He is
Warriors.
not. Well, Ronnie's not playing Jeff Wilson, so maybe he might swap up, and it'll be
Wait,
even.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, so that's good. That's good.
All right. Okay. All right. The next one we have is Yaz and Danny's team. Let's show the bench here.
All right. So this is I remember. Yeah, I think this is just a straightforward Euro trash with Matthew Stafford, who's finally, rekindled that telepathic, amazing connection with Cup. So the floor is 20 points, so it could be more, especially against Arizona. So with Debo Samuel, an upgrade right over, the previous weeks because now Trey Lance is gone, and he's probably going to be running back and the receiver, and then the Sun God, Asen Brown in Detroit, he's like the number 5 or 6 running back. I mean, wide receiver in the league. Kamara is finally back, and then you just love like his lineup, especially going against
But
us.
look at Yaz's wide receivers, man. That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
I mean, I did see
And
like Michael
Carson Wentz
Pittman.
can throw 4 TDs.
Yeah, but Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz. He's can throw like 4 interceptions anytime too, right? That's why his projection is so low, 18. And then you have Michael Pittman still hurt, limiting practice, and Keenan Allen still hurt. So the problem is that he cannot plug in Godwin, right away. Like $38 of his draft amount is gone because Godwin's on his bench. So it's just like not pretty for Peacemaker.
All right.
Mhm.
So Stanny, all right, next game. It's gonna be Apocalypse and the Freak. There's a battle of two really strong teams.
Yeah, Apocalypse and Creep. Wow. So this one, yeah, I think that I'm gonna call this upset of the week. Apocalypse, even
Did
though
you
it's
use
like,
upset of the week already?
oh, yeah, did I? Oh, okay, fine.
You can have two. This is number two. Okay, I'm
This is my number
sorry.
2. Okay, so you can because this is just like Yahoo is kind of off. I feel Apocalypse with like Jonathan Taylor is gonna probably finally, he was running really well. It's just like the game score just got out of hand. This week, I think he's going to go back to his normal 20 plus points. And Clyde Edwards Hilaire, even though we think he's like a bust, this year he's like a totally different running back. And with the combination of Kyler Murray, AJ Brown, DJ Metcalf, and Brandon Ayuk, who I say, upgrade all the SF receivers, and George Kittle, who's like coming back. So I think, yeah, Eric has finally a good chance to get his first win of the season.
The Freak has Josh Allen though, and
Yes,
Javante Williams
but
and
Tyler
CD Lamb.
Boyd, I mean, the way I see it is like he also has a lot of question marks. Jacoby Myers is having a mysterious knee injury. Hawkinson hasn't been doing well, even with targets, and now he's hurt. So he might have like two like close to zero on those two positions, very important position. And
I
then
see.
of course the running back is just a night and day. Joe Mixon and Javonte Williams are not going to be able to keep up with Jonathan Taylor and Kansas City running back.
All right. Okay. So upset of the week number 2.
And
All
Kyler
right.
Murray is
Now,
time to wake up, right? Kyler Murray got to do something
yeah.
after that Lamar Jackson outing.
Now it's you and Tyann.
Okay, yeah, this is I try to be modest, but I think I have a good feeling like that. I got Jared Goff, who can throw 2 TDs to Swift and 2 TDs to St. Brown. I'm really happy with my weakest position, which was the quarterback, right? And then with Jefferson, Waddle that I stole from Tyann, it's gonna be a revenge game for Waddle, and I can't wait for,
Maybe
for
this is a
Waddle to be the
revenge game
reason.
for maybe this is a revenge game for Adam Thielen.
Oh no, I have Justin Jefferson. Adam Thielen didn't get any target until like garbage time last week, so we all know the number one is Justin Jefferson in that team. And
But Tyann's got the running backs though. You're playing a bunch
yeah,
of scrubs of running back.
yes, but then I feel like Titans running back Dalvin Cook hasn't been living up to the expectations, and I don't think like he's going to be too much of a difference. Mostly like it's more like a throwing team now. Have you noticed like they're throwing to the wide receiver more than to do screens for Dalvin Cook? So
All right.
mhm.
Okay. So who's winning?
I am going to win by a couple points. And look at that, Tua is going against what number one defense in Buffalo. So Tua is going to show why he's Tua, So he's going to have like 2 turnovers.
After
I
40
guarantee you.
points, you think he's gonna come back?
I guarantee you at least 2 turnovers.
All right. And now the last game is Haymaker and Bounce team. This is a battle of undefeated teams.
Yes. Wow. This is interesting. So, yeah, I just cannot. I saw that Bow is forced to start the draft day $1 Russell Wilson because his Tom Brady has no one to throw to, with Mike Evans being suspended and stuff. So, yeah, doesn't look good for the quarterback position, especially versus yours, Lamar Jackson. I mean, I am not going to go against the number one score
I
of
think
last
Lamar
week.
Jackson is hurt, right? Why does he have a questionable?
No, he ran so much that he's like muscles are sore.
Is that why it is?
That's why it is. Okay, like just give him a rest day. So and your like what running backs, Saquon and McCaffrey. Like when you look at any sports page, they're like top 10. Some listeners
Yeah,
like
but
top 6.
they have not produced. That's the problem.
Oh, you call Saquon Barkley not produce after the 33 points in the first week? Come on. You're too greedy, Kevin.
Last week he was useless, and
Wait,
Daniel Jones.
11 points is not useless. That's more than what my 2 running back combined. Okay. So
Well, nobody
and-
can beat Kelsey though. Travis Kelsey
Yeah.
is a stud. Devontae Adams is a stud. Aaron
That's
Jones
true.
is a stud.
That's true, but overall, like quarterback is the biggest difference maker. And then your Juju, Smith, running back. I mean, wide receiver 1, Rashad Batman, wide receiver 1, and then the free agent that he just picked
Juju
up,
is
Garrett
not
Wilson.
wide receiver 1.
Well,
He's like wide receiver 10.
He's the wide receiver 1 supposedly in Kansas City, right? He's gonna wake up eventually. So you'll be fine. Yeah, I see that your team continue to go undefeated, and Bob
right.
finally gets his first loss of the season.
Okay. So I think that is it. So thank you, everyone. I think next week, Ellen, we might have a special guest to join our show, and we look forward to discussing the next slate of games. All right. Stay safe,
All right.
everyone. Thanks.